Today's video is going to be about 10 fun, cheap, and free things to do in retirement today. And I will not have Marlo with me today because she is sick. She threw up this morning, so that's just part of being a cat. She had the same food that she's had before. It's just one of those things. It happens with cats. They get upset stomachs like we do. So she acts like she's fine now, but I don't want to stress her. I don't want to cause her to have feel sick or anything like that. So I am going to let her stay where she's at, and I will try to have her on the next video. So going back to the 10 free and possibly cheap things to do, fun things to do in retirement. One is go for a walk, move your body. Now you can go for a walk inside the house. I'm going to be doing that today because we got snow outside. It was snowing earlier this morning. I think it stopped right now, but we had a coating when I got up this morning and I saw more coming down. So I will be walking inside my house today. If it's nice outside, lots of times I walk in my driveway, and that's something else that you could do too. I also walk the neighborhood. I say hi to neighbors. I walk in the mall, and I've walked in a park. So those are places where you can walk for free. I also do other things too. I do calisthenics, I do stretches, and I know that there are exercise channels on YouTube for free. You can put in senior exercises if you're in the retirement age. So you can do that too to get some free exercise. Number two, if you have grandkids nearby, play with your grandkids. You can do that at your house. You can pick them up and bring them to your house and play with them there. Now, if you're doing that, you may have to provide some snacks, but if you're getting those snacks from the grocery store instead of from a convenience store, it's still pretty cheap. You can also take them to a playground, to a park, and you can play with them at their parents' house. So if you have grandkids nearby, I know a lot of my friends who have grandkids enjoy doing that. So that's a fun thing for you to do. Number three is visit the library. Get a library card if you don't have one and find out what resources they have available. Libraries have a lot of resources available, so you want to find out what's there. Number four, read a book borrowed from the said library. So they have a wide variety of books. I have noticed that my library is short on business books. That's not where most people's interests are. So they have to put their funds where the interest is. So, but they have a wide variety of mysteries, fiction, etc. They have autobiographies, biographies. There's all kinds of books, how-to books. So there's a wide variety of, and that's a place where you could take your grandkids too, because they have children's sections. So that's someplace else where you could take the grandkids. Number five, attend an event at the said library. Again, they have wide varieties of events. At least mine does. They have everything from charcuterie boards. I participated in that one. They have book discussions. I've done a couple of those. They also have gardening. I've been to a master gardening, hear a master gardener talk about soil. They can teach you how to use a computer, how to utilize your smartphone. Ours has those classes too. So check and see what your library has available. Sometimes they will put something up on a bulletin board, a list on a bulletin board in the library, telling you what's coming up in the next, I don't know, week, month. It depends on the library. Sometimes they will send out a booklet telling you what's coming up. Ours does that. So I know what's coming up, and I go through the booklet and I mark what looks interesting. And then some of the events I end up going to, and some of them I don't, but I mark what looks interesting. Another thing that you can do with the library is you can borrow books from other libraries. If your library does not have the book, see if they can put it in for an interlibrary loan. See if they can find it someplace else. Now, that does not guarantee that you will get it. I put in for one several months ago that I still have not gotten. I put in for two that I did get to read. The time frames will probably be different. When they call you and let you know that the book has come in, you probably have a very short time frame to pick that book up. Sometimes you have a long time frame to read it. Sometimes you have a short time frame to read it. I had one that I had a couple months to read. The other one I had about a week and a half to read. So just be aware that the time frames will probably be different than the time frames are with your local library. My local libraries also have movie nights too, so that's something else to think about. They're outdoor movie nights, so it's dependent upon the weather, but that's a nice resource too. Number 6, if you are a person who yard sales or garage sales or goes to rummage sales, you might want to look for a cheap jigsaw puzzle so that you can put together. So if you like jigsaw puzzles, that's a place to get a cheap one. Yes, there may be some missing pieces, but an acquaintance of mine got a puzzle for Christmas from friends. It was sealed, it was brand new, he had a missing piece. So it happens. That's not going to keep you from being able to put the puzzle together if that's what you want to do. Number 7 is watch a free movie on YouTube. YouTube has all kinds of content. You don't have to have paid subscriptions to places like Netflix or Peacock or any of those. There's all kinds of content on YouTube for free. You can pay for premium YouTube. I have chosen not to do that. But just go to the movie section and you'll find movies, all genres probably, and you'll be able to see what you like, figure out what you like. So watch a movie on YouTube for free. Number 8 is in the summertime, in the morning, you can sit out in the sun and watch the people go by, watch the cars go by, watch the birds, etc. I like doing that in the summertime. I have a fold-up lawn chair, and I will take it out and sit out on my driveway or sit out in my lawn. I love watching the people walking their dogs. I talk to some of the people that are walking by with their dogs. I admire the dogs. I love doing that. It's a lot of fun for me. I like watching the cars too. How old is that car? I love seeing the older cars that are still running. So I like doing that too. I like trying to identify the birds. So that's number 8. Number 9, get to know your neighbors. It's always good to know your neighbors. That way they know your face, they know your car. If they see something strange, they may let you know. We're doing that in our neighborhood. I've been in this neighborhood for about 6 years. I've gotten to know several of the neighbors. Not that we're close friends or anything like that, but I know their faces, I know their names, I know the vehicles they drive, I know their animals. So if I see one of their animals out, I know where it belongs. There's a funny story with that one. Where I lived before, I had a neighbor whose dog was escaping a lot. And I would be leaving the area and I would see her dog on the street and I would know that she had gone to work. So I would park my car and the dog knew me, and I would walk the dog back to the house and put it inside the gate. And she was trying to figure out how this dog was getting out, because once I put it inside the gate, it did not get out. Well, come to find out about it, she was putting the dog in the yard before she went to work. There was a doggy door going into her garage. And so the dog was coming in into the garage through the doggy door. And before the garage door got all the way down, the dog was escaping. So once she figured that out, then she figured out a way to keep that from happening. So that's just a funny story about getting to know your neighbors. That was number 9. Number 10, go to Facebook, click on home at the top. On the left-hand side, go to show more, click choose events, and choose your location and the dates that you're looking for something fun to do. So sometimes you won't find anything. I did it this morning before I started making this video, and I looked about 2 weeks out. I didn't see anything. But I'll check again in a couple of days, because events get added at the last minute sometimes. You just never know what might be going on in your area that would be free, that you would think was fun. So that's something else. Number 11, and this is a bonus for those who stayed towards the end of this video. If there are art galleries in your area, you might be able to walk through an art gallery for free. Sometimes they will have snacks. Sometimes they will have like an opening night for some artist where they serve refreshments. You just don't know. So that is also something fun and free to do, and you might even get some snacks out of the deal. So going back, number 1 is go for a walk, move your body. Number 2 is if you have grandkids nearby, play with your grandkids. Number 3 is visit the library. Number 4 is read. Number 5 is attend an event that the library or someplace else puts on. Number 6 is look for a cheap jigsaw puzzle and put a jigsaw puzzle together. Number 7 is watch a free movie or other free show on YouTube. Number 8 is sit out in the summertime and watch the birds, the people, the cars, etc. Number 9 is get to know your neighbors. And number 10 is go to Facebook and find free events at Facebook. And number 11 is go through an art gallery.